9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Si Yahweh ang aking pastor, di ako magkukulang. Pinahihimlay niya ako sa luntiang pastulan. Inakay niya sa tahimik na batisan. Pinanunumbalik niya aking kalakasan. Pinapatnubayan ng bawat hakbang, di ako nag-iisa. Yahweh, 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 pag-ibig mo'y walang hanggan. Yahweh, 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 sa'yo ako'y mananahan. Si Yahweh ang aking pastor, siyang aking kalakasan, ang aking patnubay sa landas ng katuwiran, upang ang ngalan niya'y aking papurihan. Kaluwalhatian niyang itataas, tungkod niya't baston ay ang aking matibay na sanggalang. Yahweh, 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 pag-ibig mo'y walang hanggan. Yahweh, 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 sa'yo ako'y mananahan. Dumaan man ako sa libis ng kamatayan, takot ay walang lugar sa pusong may tiwala. Ikaw ang aking tagapagligtas, ikaw sa akin ang lahat-lahat. Yahweh, 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 pag-ibig mo'y walang hanggan. Yahweh, 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 sa'yo ako'y mananahan. Yahweh, 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 pag-ibig mo'y walang hanggan. Yahweh, 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 sa'yo ako'y mananahan.
Welcome to another edition of my Faith Talks, and this time we're talking about life together. Walk with me, week 2. Well, the title of the lesson is Walk Together. We'll have to write that. Okay, this is our topic for today. And before we start, we have warm ups. And the first one is recall a memorable moment with your friend and share it with us. The second is who are the friends you know whom you can have difficult conversations? Why are you comfortable with them? And lastly, have you argued with your close friends? If so, do you still consider them your close friends? Why or why not? So basically, I choose uh, this one. Who are your friends? Who are the friends you know whom you can have difficult conversations? I have friends in my streaming, and also I know them personally, that we can discuss everything from faith, religion, any topic out there, personal matters. Yeah, because they are my friends, and we don't hide anything from each other. That's what friends are for, right? Okay, for our word today is from Luke 7, Luke 17, verses 3 to 5. Okay, pay attention to yourselves. If your brother sins, rebuke him, and if he repents, forgive him. And if he sins against you 7 times in the day and turns to you 7 times, saying, I repent, you must forgive him. And the apostle said to the Lord, increase our faith. Discipleship is meant to be shared with, discipleship is meant to be a shared journey with others. There. God set us apart in a community, but relationships are a bit messy. Different backgrounds, different personalities, different preferences make it hard for us to walk with others even in our journey of following Jesus. It seems to be easier to just walk this life alone. But God did not design us that way. We need each other to survive and thrive in life and our calling. So, how are we to live as a community? As the disciples followed Jesus, their differences and the many obstacles they face proved to be a challenge. So, today we look at one of the lessons Jesus taught them about how they were to walk with one another. Number one, in our relationship, we have a responsibility to look out for one another. Luke 17, verse 3, the first part. Pay attention to yourselves. If your brother sin, rebuke him, right? Rebuke him. As we follow Jesus, we still struggle. We will still struggle with sin and life's challenges, and the people we walk with will also. Because we value one another, we must not let each other fail into sin or in the wrong direction. Jesus urged his disciples to pay attention to each other and to take care of one another and to follow and look out for one another in love. We are encouraged to call out each other to stop sin in its tracks. As a community set apart by God, this is our duty and commitment. This is this also means that we are not to become a stumbling block to each other. What did Jesus say in Luke 17, verses 1 to 2 about this? So, verse 1, and he said to his disciples, temptation of sins are sure to come, but woe to the one through whom they come. It would be better for him if a millstone to hang around his neck and he were to cast into the sea than that he should cause one of these little ones to sin. So what does that mean? We are charged to look out for one another. We rebuke, we love, we teach one another to be strong, to be a strong Christian, to be more what a more mature Christian. So we are not to let the weak Christians among us be stumbled in in our strength. So we will make sacrifices doing that. And if our action causes others to sin, we must repent, repent from doing that. So, number two, in our relationships, we have a responsibility to rebuke those who sin there. So, in verse 3, pay attention to yourselves. If your brother sins, rebuke him. Yeah, rebuke him. That's Luke chapter 17, verse 3. When sin appears, it is our heart for those in our community to be restored to the Lord. This is where correction or rebuke comes in. We do this not because we want to feel highly or more righteous than those in our spiritual community, but because we want to lead them back to Jesus. Jesus urged his disciples to rebuke the brother who sins and to forgive him when he repents. As a loving, set apart community, we ought to be able to openly correct one another if we sin and to speak forgiveness, extending God's grace to each other. The goal is to restore the person back to Christ, not to condemn him or her. How have you experienced this in our community? Uh, there was a time when I received a rebuke from something I did, and I received forgiveness also. So basically, this is how we take care of each other. This is how we uh, watch ourselves, police ourselves, and it is what Jesus wants us to do in the church. So, lesson three is in our relationships, we have a responsibility to forgive those who sin against us. In Luke 4, Luke 17, verse 4. And if he sins against you 7 times in a day and turns to you 7 times saying, I repent, you must forgive him. Forgiveness is not very hard. We must have a heart to do it to our uh, brothers and sisters. Hearing Jesus' words must have confused and frustrated the disciples. Why should I forgive someone who wronged me? For 7 times, in fact. One must have thought, walking with others will be hard, which is why love and forgiveness are necessary, even when we have to do it again and again and again. As a community set apart by God, He has called us together for His purpose. This means those who have placed He has placed around us aren't optional but are God given relationships. If we are to grow in our community, we should prioritize restoring one another, forgiving each other, and letting go of our hurts and pains, humbly receiving correction, and pursuing reconciliation as necessary. So, what did Colossians 3, verse 13 teach us about how we are to forgive? Colossians 3, verse 13 says, bearing with one another, and if one has a complaint against another, forgive each other. As the Lord has forgiven you, so you must also forgive. So the key of walking together is to forgive one another whenever a brother or a sister has committed something wrong. We must forgive them if they ask forgiveness. Honestly, it's the best thing to do for the Christian life. That's the Christian life. Forgiveness, as we have been forgiven by Jesus also. So, as an application, who do you allow to speak into your life? What are some provocative ways you can look out for each other in your community? Number two, whose lives do you lovingly speak into? In what ways can you grow your faith as you invest in our godly relationships? And lastly, this week humbly seek forgiveness from someone you may have offended or wronged. What steps can you take as you what steps can you take as you seek the restoration of your relationship? And as a prayer, thank God for putting you in a loving, thriving community. Bless those around you and encourage each other to fight for your community and your relationship with God. Second, ask God for discernment or sensibility to know if you're wrong someone in your community. Pray for the person to experience healing and ask for his or her forgiveness. And lastly, pray for someone who may have wronged you. Ask God for the grace to openly correct a person and for the love and humility to forgive him or her. So that's our lesson for today. And God bless you.
Lord, this is my simple prayer. Come and purify me. Cause my heart to burn again. Fill it with your fire. I cry out for your holiness. Please cleanse this wandering heart. Wash my shame and my brokenness. I surrender. I surrender. Lord, this is my simple prayer. Come and purify me. Cause my heart to burn again. Fill it with your fire. I cry out for your holiness. Please cleanse this wandering heart. Wash my shame and my brokenness. I surrender. I surrender. I surrender. Lord, I surrender. Yeah. Here's my simple prayer. I cry out for your holiness. Please cleanse this wandering heart. Wash my shame and my brokenness. I surrender. I surrender. I surrender. Lord, this is my simple prayer. Come and purify me. Cause my heart to burn again. Fill it with your fire. Fill it with Your fire, oh Lord, burning bright, it changes us, it changes us, it changes everything, Lord, it changes everything.